For this Basecamp adventure, we face into the stormy weather of the British winter. Returning to Ynys Môn, the Isle of Anglesey, to discover the operational lighthouses built to safeguard the passage of ships from the island's most dramatic coastlines. We step back in time into Anglesey's maritime heritage and the Copper Kingdom of Amlwch, telling the tales of times and tribulations of the island's ancestors. Anglesey boasts the finest coast paths in all of Great Britain, with inspiring coastal views around every corner. Join us on this typically British of base camping adventures. For this trip, we return to Gadly's hotel, restaurant and bar. The touring park is located within the pristine grounds to the front of the hotel and is overlooking the fishing port of Cemaes, famed for its sandy beach. Direct access to Anglesey's famous coastal paths can also be found. There are 15 hard-standing, fully serviced pitches, albeit rather compact. The facilities block is small and basic, but functional. Finally, the on-site bar and restaurant is open daily. Cemaes is located next to a wind and solar farm, which is a strong indication to the weather conditions which are to be expected on the northern tip of Anglesey. Arriving to my allocated pitch, I quickly realise that the grass is too soft and sodden to risk a reverse attempt, so I revert to the motor mover. Without this excellent gadget, I would have struggled to pitch the caravan. So here we are on our pitch at Gadly's. Beautiful view over to Cemaes Bay. We're on a fully serviced pitch, as you can see, and for the awning I've brought the Westfield Travel Smart 200 awning. It's just so easy to pitch on my own, easy to get onto the awning rail, and I literally have it pitched in about 10 minutes flat. So it's a great awning for quick and easy trips like this. The watch out is that we're going to have some pretty windy weather coming through over the next couple of days, so we'll see how it performs. But it's a nice spacious porch awning, ideal for trips like this. So inside, we'll go inside with the usual setup. We've obviously got the dog. You've been patient, haven't you, dog? She's ready for her first walk. She's been patient, which we're going to do in a minute, and that's the view. We've got a view straight over to Cemaes Bay. A short drive from our campsite is Mynydd Paris. Known as the Copper Kingdom, this area of Amlwch on Anglesey once was the largest copper mine in the world. Today, the remains are a World Heritage Site. This small corner of Wales once became the cauldron of the Industrial Revolution. In 1768, a local miner stumbled upon a large deposit of copper ore, triggering the equivalent of a gold rush. Walking amongst the rusty red and orange rocks, there is an overpowering sense of what the first astronauts to finally step on the planet Mars will experience. Standing on one of the highest peaks on Anglesey and visible for miles around is Mynydd Paris Windmill. Now a Grade 2 listed building, this windmill was unique to Anglesey, not for its use as a water pump, but for the fact it had 5 sails, not the traditional 4. The result of over 50 years of extensive mining has resulted in one of the most extraordinary industrial landscapes in Europe. Wow, that was a fabulous walk of discovery on the Copper Mine Trail. It was like being on another planet. It was amazing. It just looks like the sun's starting to go down. So the plan for this evening is going to get some food on. I'm going to cook some food, get a film on, and we'll have an early night because we have got a big hiking day tomorrow and it looks like it's going to be a very wet one too. Standards are quite high.
So am I. Are you from Cattegat?
So it's the first night. I've just been cleaning my teeth, getting ready for bed. What do I find? The dog has well and truly bagged my sleeping bag. You'd have actually thought she had paid for it. So, good morning from the base camp. That was a wild night last night. The winds were ferocious. Poor dog crawled into my sleeping bag. I had to take the awning down last night. It just wasn't worth the risk. I've taken the awning down, left the awning carpet out, and I'll probably put the awning back up tonight once this weather's passed through. We've got a full day of rain today, so we're going to have to abandon our plans to go hiking today, reconvene tomorrow. So today we're just going to hunker down, going to have a movie day. The dog's going to sleep through plenty of Netflix as usual. Unable to resist the call of the oceans any further, we head to the coast path to face into the oncoming storm. The gloomy darkness descending over the seas. If only to be like the rocks, standing unmoved as the angry oceans fall around them. Despite the building storm and the drenching rains, the hypnotic crashing sounds of the waves spurred us on, amplifying the experience of witnessing the ocean in such a raging state. So we've just got back from our walk on the headland. What a wild walk that was. I'm glad we made the effort despite the rain in the forecast to see the sea that angry and that menacing. Yeah, it was a great walk. Not the walk I was planning to do, but a good walk all the same. The dog is shattered. She won't move for a couple of hours. And the wet room is now the drying room. Being that I don't have an awning up, yeah, probably unlikely to put the awning back up for the rest of the stay. So the plan now, I'm just going to relax, watch a film for the next couple of hours. It's only early afternoon, and then we're going to go to the restaurant here on site, the Gadly's restaurant, around 5-6 o'clock We're going to have some food and a pint in there. Well, it's another fine morning in the base camp, and what a wild night it was again last night. The winds were ferocious, howling winds. The dog climbed in with me again, didn't you, darling? Yes, you did. Finally, that storm cell has passed over. We've got a much finer day ahead today. So, full day of hiking ahead. So let's get started. Start getting a shower on. I've got my hot water on, that's ready for a shower now. And then I'll just make some breakfast and make some sandwiches, and let's get out there. Can't wait. So the plan for today, I've got a 9.5 mile hike from Amlwch, which is just down the road from where we are. So we are where that blue dot is there, and our hike starts today at Amlwch Harbour, taking in Point Linas lighthouse. Meant to be a really impressive lighthouse that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And then we're going to make our way south down the coast path just to this viewing point here, and then from here I can get a good view over to Innis Dulles or Dulles Island, and there's a little tower of refuge on that, back from the 19th century, and you get a lot of seals around there. So I'm going to take my binoculars and see what we can see, and hopefully they'll make our way back, and we should get back to Amlwch Harbour for about 4 o'clock. Porth Amlwch is a natural harbour formed in a creek between high rocks. The discovery of the vast amounts of copper at Mynydd Paris began to see improvements in the harbour. Most notably are the stone walls, with the stones laid vertically. This was a method of the Cornish, being that their miners travelled north to Amlwch to find their fortunes at the mines. Today, Porth Amlwch supplies pilots to the many container vessels on anchor, requiring safe passage into Liverpool docks. Standing alone but proud on the Llanelian headland is Port Linas Lighthouse. Built in 1835, this is an unusual structure. Contained within the castellated walls are the headkeeper's house and 2 keepers' cottages. The high perch means the lighthouse does not look like the stereotypical structure. There is no need for a tall tower. Instead, the light is inside a quaint castle-style building. Our final destination on this splendid hike is seal spotting over on Innis Dulles, a small island situated over 1 mile off the northeast coast of Anglesey. The 9-metre high stone tower with tapering top was built in 1821, serving as a landmark and also a refuge for shipwrecked sailors. The tower was kept stocked with essential aid and food. So we've just got back from our hike. What a fantastic walk that was from Amlwch to Innis Dulles. And the lighthouse was amazing. The fact you can get that up close and personal with it as well. Felt like a time walked into another season, completely different day. So it's our last night. So the plan is we're going to have a couple of beers in the base camp. I think I've got a couple of Heinekens left in the fridge. Yeah, it'll be rude not to finish them. Get a film on, I'm going to cook up some pasta. And then we're going to go home tomorrow. We've got to go home tomorrow, dog. Great trip.
Psyched up. And I feel ridiculous because there was absolutely no reason for it. It really put me to shame.
It was their only mains connection. The family's utility bills had plummeted from £100 to just £25.
Departing for home is always with a heavy heart. The Isle of Anglesey has a magical and diverse coastline which is there to be enjoyed all year round. A caravan is the enabler for comfortable winter camping, providing a unique perspective upon the gorgeous landscapes we live within. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another adventure sometime very soon.